Hey guys, welcome to day 10 of the 12 days of PEACHMAS. Sorry if there's any noise in the background. It's getting close to Christmas, so there's some Christmas cooking going on. In honor of our 10th day, we're going to be doing our top 10 favorite Christmas movies.
So because there's two of us, we're going to be doing top 10s a little differently because we both have a list. My number 10 is Jack Frost. A busy touring musician who was in a fatal car accident is magically brought back to life as a snowman 1 year after his death as a second chance to spend lost time with his family.
My number 10 is also Jack Frost, and because the plot was already explained with yours, I don't have to say anything.
My number 9 is The Nightmare Before Christmas. This movie is the perfect transitional Christmassy Halloween movie. Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King, has become bored of scaring people on Halloween. But when he accidentally discovers Christmas, he decides to kidnap Santa Claus and take over the role.
My number 9 is Scrooged.
Frank Cross is a successful, if not cold-hearted, TV executive who had driven away the love of his life. However, after firing a staff member, Elliot Loudermilk, he's visited by 3 ghosts to teach him the error of his ways in a modern twist on Dickens's A Christmas Carol.
My number 8 is Four Christmases. Brad and Kate's plans of an exotic vacation quickly fall apart, and they must spend their Christmas holiday visiting all 4 of their divorced parents. The couple avoid the idea of marriage and kids, but Kate begins to think otherwise.
My number 8 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Living on a snowflake are a race of people called Whos, who absolutely love Christmas. On the same snowflake, however, lives a who does not, and his name is the Grinch, along with his dog named Max. His plan is to steal Christmas despite a little girl, Cindy Lou Who, trying to bring out his Christmas joy.
My number 7 is the Santa Claus franchise, because I can't pick one. After Scott accidentally kills a man in a Santa suit, he is told he must fulfill Santa's duties before Christmas arrives. Scott thinks it's all a dream, but when he starts gaining weight and grows a beard, he realizes he is now Santa. Scott is faced with a dilemma. 1 month before Christmas, he must marry by Christmas Eve, or he will stop being Santa Claus forever. Scott must defend his role as Santa Claus when Jack Frost schemes to take over the North Pole.
My number 7 is
Annual street decorating contest, the neighborhood is outraged by their lack of Christmas spirit.
My number 6 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I don't have to explain it because it was already on his list, so if you want to go back and watch it, it's up. If you forgot already, it's up to you.
My number 6 is Jingle All The Way.
Trying to win back his son Jamie, workaholic Howard Langston tries to get his hands on a Turbo Man toy, one of the hottest items on the market, which have almost all been sold out. He runs into another father on the same quest, a mailman named Myron. With time running out, Howard's ethics are challenged as he learns the true meaning of Christmas.
My number 5 is Christmas with the Cranks.
My number 5 is Elf.
When Buddy, a human who was raised by elves, learns who his real father is, he travels to New York to find him. He discovers family, friends, love, and spaghetti along the way.
My number 4 is Elf.
My number 4 is Arthur Christmas.
After the current Santa Claus's supposed to be final mission is seen to be a success, he decides to continue for another year instead of passing the role of Santa to his son. But when the elves learn a child's been missed, it's up to his second son, Arthur, an elf from the wrapping department named Bryony, and Grand Santa to deliver the final present before daybreak.
My number 3 is Santa Baby 1 and 2. When Santa falls ill, his daughter Mary, a business executive, returns to the North Pole to help prepare for Christmas. During Santa's midlife crisis, tired of his responsibilities, he hands the job down to Mary, who is torn between the family business and her own.
My number 3 is Gremlins, the first one.
I hate Gremlins. So creepy.
When Billy Peltzer's father buys a creature called a mogwai from a mysterious Chinese salesman for Christmas, he's given 3 rules. Do not expose them to sunlight, do not get them wet, and don't feed them at midnight. When 2 of these rules are broken, all hell breaks loose as monsters called Gremlins roam free. It is then up to Billy, his girlfriend Kate, and the good mogwai Gizmo to stop them.
My number 2 is All I Want for Christmas. 2 siblings, Ethan and Hallie O'Fallon, whose parents are divorced, After Hallie makes a wish to Santa Claus wanting him to reunite their parents, Ethan feels he must help along the process by tormenting their mother's fiancé in hopes of breaking them up.
My number 2 is the Santa Claus franchise.
And my number 1 is the Home Alone franchise. 8-year-old Kevin McAllister is left behind at home when his family goes on Christmas vacation. He must then defend the household from a pair of criminals planning to rob the McAllister homestead. After losing track of his father at the airport, Kevin finds himself on a plane to New York, while his family is on the way to Florida. After checking into the Plaza Hotel using his father's credit card, he runs into trouble as he discovers the Wet Bandits are now known as the Sticky Bandits and are in New York as well.
And my number 1 is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Alright, so that's our top 10 favorite Christmas movies. Be sure to check them all out. They're all very great movies. Except for the Gremlins, I'm sorry, they're creepy, they scare me. I'm sure it's a great movie for most people, but it's just not for me. Be sure to check in for the next 2 days of the 12 Days of PEACHMAS, and be sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and check out more of our videos. Bye guys!